Hey guys, quick update here. As I was going through some of my gear, coming off of some guiding the last couple weekends, and especially the video where I go through a day in the life of a non-typical guide, and you guys can check out that video right there if you haven't. When I started to look at some of the gear after that video, and Justin had lost two or three fish on the final day. He lost a couple fish earlier in the week, and he's very new at musky fishing, so he was making some errors in the eight or after he hooked the fish and maybe not getting good hook sets, but it didn't quite add up to me, and I am very conscious of keeping sharp hooks, and I even made note of it in the boat that, like, let me check that, let me sharpen it. So when I got back to the cave here and started to check things out, I noticed that the hook that I had on there, which was a replacement hook, it's not the stock hook. I had to cut that one on a pike that I caught with my wife over on the river behind our house. So I put this one on, and this is a round gap, and I'm not sure 100%, but I believe this is a Musky Innovations round gap. I noticed that from sharpening so much, I was actually sharpening into the barb area. And I took a couple quick videos outside just on the box of my truck to try and zoom in and show you guys what that looked like. And there was not very much of a barb left on here. So I do think that I owe Justin an apology, because he may not have had, by any fault of his own, if especially one of the barbs on here it's almost non-existent. It almost feels like a barbless treble. The other two still are grabbing somewhat, but this one here, I can literally just pull my finger right past it without even sticking in. So I thought that was a great opportunity to tell you guys, sharpen your hooks. We need sharp hooks, but be very mindful of taking off too much material around the barb. And we generally use a flat file and sharpen in across the barb on the inside. I don't usually do too much on the outside. Some of the round hooks, like a BKK or like some of the Chaos Trident hooks, double round file on the outside seems to work best with that style of hook. We'll maybe address that in another video, but for today, I just wanted to really kind of stress, be mindful of how much you're sharpening, and if you're starting to get into that barb area, maybe it's time to change that hook. Hooks are very cheap, and Justin lost at least 5 fish in my boat that, if we would have caught half of those, that could have, dramatically increased his catch rate that week. So it was a bit of a lesson for me. It's, hopefully it's a lesson for you guys that, be mindful of how much material you're taking off your hooks. And for comparison's sake, here's a quick video of this hook next to a 5/0 BKK that is brand new out of the package. And for the record, they come like ultra sharp. You don't necessarily ever have to touch up a BKK. We always check them, but they are usually good to go out of the package. And that's what I put on this one here, is a 5/0 BKK, and very similar profile to this Musky Innovations round gap. I just like the round gap. I feel like we get a little bit better penetration sometimes versus that style of hook. So hopefully you guys found a little bit of value in this. For me, it was a really important learning lesson to just, do the right thing by sharpening. Just don't overdo it, guys. So that was just a quick tip for today. So for now, 54 Bus is out of here. Catch you guys out on the water with sharp hooks later.